This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining me for another special bonus podcast, An Audience of One, where I take a very talented stand-up comic and force him into telling us some great material, jokes, or stories. And today is a special treat. A good friend of mine, a guy that was a regular at the club for many years. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Cody Cotulla. Cody, it's so great to have you on our special bonus show, An Audience of One. I hear you have some jokes you want to share with the audience.
I do have some, yeah, definitely. It's been great to reconnect, Scott, talk to you. Some jokes, these are some jokes actually I found in some jokes I've got. This is the thing, in my high school yearbook, I'm listed as both as most likely to succeed and most popular. So as you can probably tell, in high school, I worked on the yearbook committee.
I did the same thing. That's funny.
So, I've been thinking about a lot of things going on in the world, like self-driving cars. I noticed one thing I figured out finally with the difference between the self-driving cars and the self-crashing cars. The difference is not enough.
There's not enough difference between the self-driving and the self-crashing cars. Very true, sir. There's always funny and true, right?
That's right. So I think I was married last night. Anyway, so I've been married for about 25 years. My wife and I have been together for over 30 years. And it's funny, I talk to young people about this, especially young guys, and they're like, oh, gosh, I don't think I could handle that. I don't think I could be with the same woman for 30 years and the rest of my life. And I'm like, well, you know what? You're not with the same woman. I mean, I'm not still with the 27-year-old woman I met.
Oh, that's so true and so funny. Things change, don't they?
Things, yeah, but change for her too. I could just imagine if she was the same woman waking up next to me. It's like, oh my God, your hair, it's all on your back now.
Yeah, that's so funny and true about any relationship is that you, in that beginning part, you have this kind of love for each other. Yeah. But the real truth behind the emotions is how does that feel 20, 30 years later? That's funny.
Exactly. And, the thing is people, same thing. So I guess, I don't think I could sleep with the same woman for 30, 40 years. And so, you know what? Like I said, I've been with my wife for over 30 years, and there's never been a time when we're getting ready to have sex and I've gone, oh, hell, not this again.
Wait a minute. Exactly. Yeah, no guy is going to go, oh, not that again.
Oh, no way. And, I will admit, one of the things is, you're together for a long time. You do definitely have those nights where you just, we have great, deep conversations sometimes. And sometimes we will go an evening and the sum of our conversation will be, did you just fart?
It's something only a wife could ask.
Only a wife can ask. Definitely. So anyway, I do get out a little bit. I'll finish up and do a few things here. I do get out. The other day I was walking around. I saw a car and the car had a sign, a lot of break-ins in cars. And so this car had a sign in the window, a handwritten sign that said, nothing in car. I was like, does that actually ever work? Are people getting ready to break into that car and going, oh, wait a minute. Look, there's a sign, nothing in car. I mean, that's only going to work if the rest of us start putting signs in our car windows that say stuff in car.
It's right. I mean, are the criminals really going to fall for that? Nothing in car. Yeah. Seems to me if you put nothing in car, you definitely have something in the car.
Something in car. Yeah. What does nothing in car translate to? Computer in trunk. That's what that translates to.
Exactly.
Purse under seat. So Anyway, I gotta. This last thing I do. Knox. I can end with that. The other thing I was, doing, trying to get on some more serious topics, and the world and things are going on in the world and everything. And I had this, talking about one thing I like to talk about is privilege, right? And this idea of privilege. I had a bit about that, about straight white male privilege, which I have, and I'm privileged, but I don't like to see myself that way. So I tend to come up with anything that might counterbalance my privilege. So I'll be like, yes, I'm a straight white man, but I'm also bald, and a procrastinator, and plus I know people who are allergic to gluten, so I have to hear about that.
Oh God, I'm one of those.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh no, I got a friend that we can't go anywhere without hearing his medical history. No, it's so funny. That is true. So white male with privilege, but there's a lot of caveats.
A lot of caveats. Yes. A lot. You know what? It's not all bread and roses. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I have a lot of other stuff, but I'm gonna fish with that.
Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. we ran through a series of quick jokes that Cody's been working on. Cody, thank you very much for sharing with us on an audience of one. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned this Sunday. Another great podcast coming out. Thanks for listening. Say bye, Cody.
Bye.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.